Hello everybody and welcome back into ED Lumley Arena from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. The Cornwall Colts taking on the Flint Firebirds here at home. It is the first of two meetings against them this year, and here tonight, the Cornwall Frost uniforms come out. They're called Frost because they have a wintry look to them. They have a dark blue and a light blue attachment to them with a C with dark blue and light blue, and we are officially underway. The Colts in their new uniforms here tonight. They're going to be tested early here as they're going to the penalty box for tripping. The Firebirds right out of the gates will go to the power play against Cornwall, showing off the new uniforms this afternoon. They're simple, but they're nice. They're bright, and they stand out in exactly what this city needs. Here's Smith off to Bertucci. Got a good shot away. It's stopped by Shabbat early. And here's Logan, and here come the Colts up the right side. Logan to the middle, turned back one more time by Petrie. Petrie firing, good save made by Shabbat, and there is Pike to get it out and down the ice. Out of his net to play it his day. Plays it behind his goal. Cornwall, one of the most struggling home teams in the league, so to have something new at home, that must get them pumped up here this night, as here is Bindelis. He'll send it in. Short-handed, the Colts go after it, and that was Vita. May have been high stick, no call. Smith through the middle of the ice, the pass on the left wing to Petrie, moves in, looks, shoots, scores! It may have ricocheted off one of the Colts in front. It is a power play goal. And Caden Petrie gives the Firebirds a 1-0 lead. Sure does, and this is exactly what you want to see from this Firebird lineup against the best team in the league right now, the Cornwall Colts. And this shot's just going to slip its way underneath Shabbat and in. And the Frost uniforms will be tested here, down 1-0 early. Yeah, to bring out new uniforms, this team has had similar uniforms over the years, over and over again. This is something new, a new take. And the white, very vibrant with the dark blue and the light blue we had mentioned. Here's Vita, early look, he stopped. And the net does come off, so a face-off in the Flint zone. Colts, Firebirds, it's 1-0 Flint here from Cornwall tonight. Well, if you're the Cornwall Colts, you just want to get back to your game plan here. Just play your game, do the best you can, attack that net. Penalty coming, it's going to Flint. So the Colts are going to have their first power play of the night as it's touched up here by Petrie. Cornwall down by 1, a chance to answer here on their power play. It's been hot. They went 2 for 2 last game in that 5-4 win against the attack. And here's Smith, and he'll get that out to center. Fernand-Olivier Perron dishes off for Frazier. Frazier looks in, he has Beliveau going to the net, a man in front, and they just missed the tap-in. Here's Beliveau, another man was coming down the right side, and no tap in that time as it's sent back down by the Firebirds. Bindelis back to collect. It's Fernand-Olivier Perron for Frazier. Here comes Cornwall up the right side, now in over the line. Frazier whining, can't get the shot on goal. There's Smith, he'll clear. Fernand-Olivier Perron knocked that down. It's sent back ahead through center. Frazier for Beliveau. 40 seconds left on the power play. A good shot and a better stop. Frazier moving in. Couldn't get the shot that time. Now it's cleared. And Bindelis tries to knock that down, but it'll go all the way back down the ice. And that should pretty much do it for the power play, 0 for 1. Here's Frazier for Robitaille. We're back to full strength. In come the Colts. Here they come. Beliveau. Shot blocked to hit a leg in front. And Robitaille and Dan go the other way. Here's Beliveau. He'll get it right back inside. Colts just chip and chase. Picked up here by the Firebirds. It always seems that Cornwall gives up the first goal at home these days. Frazier with a good shot away. It's stopped there by the equipment easily of the Firebird netminder. Pass up on the wing for Petrie. Back to the point for Pierre. To Smith. This is the last stream tonight. It was a special one that we wanted to surprise you with as the Colts in alternate uniforms, new ones that is. As here's Frazier. He'll feed that back over to Robitaille. Shoots. Good save made. In the corner, here's Lamb. Lamb to the goal. Scores! What a goal by Lamb! And we're tied. 1-1. So Cornwall ties it up. Lyndon Lamb, with only his second goal of the year, has tied things up for Cornwall here in their new uniform. Here's Stadgen. Off for Lombardi, the shot off a Colt and into the corner. 7.5 to go here in the first, tied at 1. Shabbat will play that down. Lamb. Here's Logan with it. Tripped and right back to the power play goes Cornwall. They're 0 for 1. Went 1 for 1 on their power play. So a chance here for Cornwall to respond and grab the lead. They just tied it moments ago. Lyndon Lamb with a beauty. Face-off taken, one back by Stojkov, and he'll clear it out to center. Marnell knocking that down. The Firebirds being troublesome. Here is Lazan with speed, and Lazan can fly. Here he goes to the net. Lazan in front to Vida, just missed on the centering feed, and that is sent down the ice. Marnell will knock it down with Logan. Minute to go in the Cornwall power play. Given away in front, and the Firebirds with some great pressure keeping it in. Now Caden Pike. He's off to the races. He'll break in with speed. Caden Pike in front to Vida. Couldn't get a clean shot. Now they'll get one, and it's knocked out. Good save there. And there is Clattenburg, and he'll just chip it past Pike and back down the ice. Marnell to grab it. Caden Pike now. 19 seconds left on the rush. Pike scoots by, still has it. Pike, what a play! And that one slid through the paint just wide. Strohat. Here's Stojkov looking ahead, and here come the Firebirds. Kostov in alone. He's stopped by Shabbat. A good save there. Looking from behind, back out front. Stojkov centered. That's taken away by the Firebirds. Stadjevic stopped, and the rebound went wide. Third chance. Firebirds, another look. That's blocked, and it bounces away. Stojkov back to the point. Robitaille took it back, and it's played out to center. Under 2 to go here in the first. Tied at 1 for Meaty Lumley. Here's Robitaille sending it in for Cornwall. Chasing that down and around, it's Caden Pike. Pike with great hand. Backhander, he stopped. And here's Frazier back to the point. Another penalty going to the Firebirds. Bindelis spins back, plays it to the corner. Frazier back to Bindelis. They do touch up with 6 seconds to go in the period. 1-1. So Jimmy Lombardi back to the box, and Cornwall back to the power play. They're 0 for 2 on the power play. Has not been as sharp as it was last game. Face-off 1, picked up by Smith, and he'll clear it to end the period. 1-1 after 1 tonight for Meaty Lumley Arena in Cornwall. So the new uniforms come out. They trailed, but they got it even, and we're 1-1 after 1 tonight. Shots on goal in the hockey game are 8-6 Cornwall. It's 1-1 after 1. The hits are 5-1 Flint. Face-off 6-2 Flint. 0 for 2 on the power play. The Colts 1 for 1 on the power plays. Flint. We go to the second. Cornwall on the power play. Welcome into period 2. Cornwall with work to do. They're 0 for 2 on the power play. Almost a full one to start the second. They're going to have to get things going here. It's been sloppy. Here's Joe Vida. Just started the second. Backhander easily stopped by Day. The 9th shot on goal for Cornwall is Vida. Not much on it, but just trying to put it on net, create a chance. Face off here to the right side of the Flint net. One back by the Firebirds. They're going to try to clear it. And they'll do just that as it gets off the boards and back down the ice. Hayden Pike back to get it, overskated it, now plays that off for Lazan. Colby Lazan, here he goes with speed. Lazan is in. Lazan scores! Power play goal! Colby Lazan used speed to his advantage, and the Colts lead for the first time tonight, 2-1. So a power play goal that puts Cornwall ahead for the first time in the hockey game, 2-1. 1 for 3 on the power play now. The pass for Lazan. That's given away to Bindelis. Now Bindelis breaks in. Here's Bindelis. He's stopped by Day. Good save by Nathan Day, and it's kept in by Vida. Here's Bindelis down low. Good save by Day. It looked like they had another coming. Now Dan. Here's Dan with speed. And a penalty going to Cornwall. It'll be slashing. So the Firebirds will go their second power play of the night. They're 1 for 1. A chance here to tie it up and go 2 for 2. Here's the face-off, take it back, won by the Firebirds. And here's Clattenburg. Waits, shoots, fanned on it, Moran. And now Tristan Moran, short-handed. Here's Moran, stepping in, shooting. He's stopped by Day. Trolikov, and the Colts didn't like that. They had some words. Here's Pierre, trying to go with the net. Taken away by Marnell. Sent down the ice. Back to get it are the Firebirds. Here's Day. And Stojkov with it now. Here's Stojkov. Moran had some words, and there's another penalty going to Cornwall. Stojkov to the net. Good save made by Shabbat. Colts touch up. He'll be a 5-on-3 for Flint. 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. 5-on-3 here for 38 seconds. Cornwall leading 2-1. Draw one back, picked up by Smith. He has Bertucci, centers it off to Petrie. Looks in and fires. Good block. And there are the Colts to clear. Pike off the boards and just out. 18 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Here's Smith being challenged by Marnell. In come the Firebirds. Petrie to the goal. Good save made by Shabbat. Another look. That was Dan. It was blocked, and Caden Pike clears. 1 penalty done. Colts after it, shorthanded. Picked up by Smith. Smith in the corner. Fernand Olivier Perron will just get it back in and kill the clock here some more. And the Colts had some words there. And here's Dan to the middle of the ice with speed. Turned back again by Ursoni, and the Colts clear. 28 seconds left on the power play. Vita getting in there for it, and they're going to get another penalty on the play. Pike after it. Here's Petrie, and here come the Firebirds. Bindlish trying to cover on that. Down low. Here's the shot stopped, and they score! On the rebound, it's jammed in, and this game is tied. It's a power play goal, and the Flint Firebirds respond again. It's Petrie with his second of the night. Stays on top of it, and not getting over in time was Caleb Shabbat. This game tied again. It's a power play marker, and Flint, both their goals on the power play. Here come the Firebirds again. They're on a new power play. Here's Skadjevich, and he's knocked out by Shabbat, and the Colts clear. That went wide of the Firebird net. 7 gone here in the middle period. 2-all. It's Cornwall and Flint. The Colts had some words, but here comes Skadjevich down the left side to the middle. His shot slants wide, and a penalty going to Cornwall. Here's another shot. Weidenberg, as that one goes up into the seats. It'll be a 5-on-3 for 58 seconds for the Firebirds here. 2-all. We're almost halfway from Cornwall. Edie Limley Arena. Colts bringing out the new uniforms. So far, not too bad. They're tied at 2. Draw one back. Here's Skadjevich, and the shot went high over the goal. Dan to Stojkov. Here's Dan. He stopped. Rebound. That wouldn't go. Bindlish with it, and the Colts carry it out shorthanded. Bindlish just sends it back in. 25 seconds left. Here's Lazon shorthanded as he got interfered with. No call on the play. Dan was on now. Gets the feed again. Shorthanded, was trying to get it to the net. Now here comes Dan. 2-on-1 with Petrie. He has both goals. Stojkov, Petrie. Good save made by Shabbat. Colts have it back. 40 seconds left on this power play as Robitaille banks it in. Chases it around the far board. Stojkov up for Petrie. Here's Dan with it. Dan stepping by. Logan back to defend. There's the shot. Handled again. Now McDonald. Kept in by Petrie. Looks, fires, fans, got it back. He stopped. And the Colts having a hard time in their own end right now as McDonald picks it up. Halfway tied at 2. Pass finds Logan. He gets by the D. Logan steps in. He'll shoot. He stopped. And where did the rebound go? It went wide. Stojkov to Petrie. Back to full strength. 2-2 now. 8 to go in the period. Firebirds in, and a good save made by Shabbat. Moran for Beliveau. Here comes Cornwall with speed. Beliveau looks back for some help. Turned it over. Breakaway for the hat trick. Caden Petrie scores! He has all 3 goals, and the Firebirds regain the lead here in the second period, 3-2. What a night. And sorry, that's Petrie, not Caden Pike. Petrie with his first of the night. And it's 3-2 for the Flint Firebirds. Firebirds have looked astonishing here this afternoon. And they have the lead against Cornwall. Like we said, one of the worst home records this year belongs to the Cornwall Colts. Yet, they are the best team in the league. Weidenberg, that goes wide. Here's a drop pass to Smith, and a good save made by Shabbat. The fans can be quiet here sometimes, and that doesn't usually help a team get pumped up. Here's Fernand Olivier Perron. He turned it over to Petrie. Weidenberg ahead. Slazovic, and that goes into the corner. It's picked up again by the Firebirds. Down low, the pass for Bertucci. Center for Clattenburg. It's off a Colt and into the corner. Now Peer is stopped against the post. They look for it. Whacking away, and the Colts get it now. Was on to Ursoni. Ursoni's ahead. Ursoni drops back, gets it, and turned that over to Smith. He played it back to his own net. Not sure what the thinking was there, but Day covers up. Last minute of play here in the second. 3-2 Firebirds. Face off here to the right side of the goal, so the Colts had the lead. Colby was on with a power play goal, and then they gave up a power play goal of their own. And then the Firebirds just got the lead. Pike centers it over. That missed help. We're in the final minute here of the second. Bindelis stepping in. Here's Bindelis back. There's the shot. Marnell. It doesn't go. In the corner. 3 seconds to go in the period. Marnell. Caden Pike holding on to it. One last shot at the buzzer. And time expires in the second. It's Flint 3, Cornwall 2 after 2. Shots to goal in the hockey game, 18-15 Firebirds. They lead 3-2 after 2. The hits are 12-3 Flint. Faceoffs 13-4 Firebirds, 1 for 5 on the power play. Cornwall 1 for 3. It's 3-2 after 2. Welcome into period 3 here tonight from Edie Lumley Arena. The Cornwall Colts down by a goal to start the third. Similar situation from the last home game. That was against the Owen Sound Attack. But here tonight, bringing out new uniforms, so hoping for something dramatic. Here's Lazan. He'll try to make it dramatic, and he does! He ties it up! It's his second of the night, using speed to his advantage again. 3-3. This kid carries this team, game in and game out. We're tied just a minute 10 into the third. It's 3-all here in the first ever Cornwall Frost uniform game. Here's Smith looking ahead, so same situation. Both teams have a player that has 2 goals and a player that has 1 goal. Here's a pass out front. Lazan gave that away to Petrie. He has a goal tonight. Drops for Bertucci. Poked out by Vida. And now Joe Vida gets behind the D. Vida can fly. Vida scores! Joe Vida! And Cornwall has the lead. 4-3. They go back to back. So Joe Vida gets the goal, and the Cornwall Colts now have the lead here in the third period. Goals just minutes apart, and Flint has fallen apart early here in the third. They're down by a goal now. Petrie moves in, trying to get it tied up just like that. He stopped, and the rebound doesn't go. What a chance for the Firebirds to get it right back. Here's another chance, and that's stopped by Shabbat. Here's Marnell. Colts carried out to center. Marnell off to Vida. His pass, chip for Lazan, gave that away to Smith. Here's Smith, taken back, and Bindelis took that chance away. Marnell to Caden Pike, off the bench is Robitaille. Robitaille looks back to Pike. Here's Pike, he's in! He scores! Caden Pike! It's 5-3 Cornwall! What a third period by the Cornwall Colts as they blow it open. No chance for Nathan Day on that one. It's perfection. And the Colts have a 2-goal lead. 5-3. Coming into this third period, they were trailing. Now ahead by 2, just like that. Here's Dan. He'll chip in. Caden Pike knocks it down. Here go the Colts with the puck now. Pass to Marnell. Marnell looks back for Pike. Here's Caden Pike. He'll step in. Pike shooting. Good save there. Robitaille with it. Robitaille down low. Save easily made by Day. Covers on that. 11:09 to go, 5-3 Cornwall. If you're a Cornwall fan, you got to be happy. They're at the top of the standings for a reason, and again here tonight, they come out with a big show in the third. Pike to Logan. Logan shooting, easily stopped, and Day will cover once again. Not much on that last shot, but if you can keep the play in the Flint zone, that's exactly what you want to do. As it's 5-3 here in this third period. Here's the draw. Flint needs a face-off win. They get it. But they turn it over to Pike. Here's Caden Pike. Passes in front. And Smith did a good job reading that before they could tap in another. Here's Pierre with speed. McDonald took it back, but now Pierre has it down low. And he's stopped by Shabbat, making a good save on the turnover of the Cornwall end. 9:05 to play. It's Colts 5, Firebirds 3. Face-off left side of the Cornwall goal. And it's won back by the Firebirds. Scrum off the draw, picked up by Robitaille, trying to poke that ahead. Pierre, he stopped and the rebound just sails wide. Caden Pike with it, was bumped off the puck but got it right back. Here go the Colts again using speed. Pike to the net, shoots, fan on it to get it, and score! It's 6-3! Bradley Frazier jumps in. They clean it up. It's a 3-goal lead. Think they're liking these Frost uniforms? I'd say so. 6 goals in the first game. So Cornwall tacks on another. It's now 6-3. And you know, Sarnia has probably stopped watching this one. Oh, definitely. This is not what they wanted to see. And the Cornwall Colts have looked sharp. Here's a giveaway, and they score. Well, not done yet. Off a misplay in front of the Cornwall net, Simon Slaviskevich gets one right back, and it's 6-4. Shabbat out of position, but this one, no way that they can handle this. It just kind of ricochets in the slot to one of the Firebirds in front. And they respond with a goal of their own, now 6-4. Here's Beliveau, he'll move in. Beliveau chipping it in the corner. LeBom picks it up. LeBom in front, centered that. It's McDonald to Beliveau, kept in here by Logan. Logan steps in, here's Logan, and he stopped and he scores! He got his own rebound, and it's 7-4. They get the 3-goal lead back, just like that. So the Cornwall Colts extend the lead to 7-4 with just under 5 minutes to go. It was 3-2 Firebirds coming into the third. Well, the new uniforms prevail. And now a penalty going, and it's going to the Flint Firebirds. So Cornwall, who's already up by 3, will have a chance to go up by 4 as Slaviskevich heads off. It will be hooking on the play. And Cornwall back to the power play. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Here's the draw. Taken back by the Firebirds. Bertucci to Smith. They're going to have to attack shorthanded. They're down by 3. Can't afford to give up any more. Beliveau in the corner. Taking that away. A turnover. Here's Fernand. He's stopped by Day. Back to the point. Here's a shot. That's right to the glove of Day, and he covers. Minute 25 remaining on the Cornwall power play. 3:37 remaining in the contest. Colts with a 7 spot here tonight as they unveil the new uniform. Face off taken, one back. Here's Fernand. Olivier Perron goes for a spin, still holding on, moves to the middle, shoots, good save, and the rebound pops free. Here's Petrie just trying to get it the other way for the Firebirds. Pass ahead finds Dan. That was given away. Bindelis. One more time with Fernand. Olivier Perron. Now Petrie bumped off the puck by Bindelis. Here's Fernand back inside again. Colts ahead. It's Frazier, and it just bounced away. Still has it. Holding on. Centers. They score! What a pass! Robitaille. Power play goal. It's 8-4 Colts. No chance for Day. He knows that pass is coming across, but he could not get over in time. And Cornwall adds on to make it 8-4. Well, these new uniforms shining on Cornwall. They have an 8 spot now here tonight. As here's Robitaille spinning off the forecheck, now shooting it. And that just got the glove of Day. Frazier looks back to the middle. Frazier holding on to it, kicks that back to Marnell. Held in by the Colts, but now it bounces out, and here's Smith. A chance late for the Firebirds. Smith, he's stopped by Shabbat. Now the other way go the Colts. The pass for Lazon. Colby Lazon will step into the rush. Lazon scoots by. Scores! 9-4. It's a hat trick for Colby Lazon. It's a 7-goal third period for the Cornwall Colts, absolutely lighting up the Firebirds tonight in their new uniforms. Well, they're looking good on them tonight for sure, especially after this performance. Senton is chased around by Vida, and Vida doesn't want to stop. Here's Stojkov. Yeah, this Cornwall lineup's had a really hard time this season on home ice. This one feels good. Skavich stopped there by Shabbat, plays it down, and a save at the buzzer. That'll do it. The Cornwall Colts rout the Flint Firebirds 9-4, and they stay in top spot. They're now 2 wins ahead of Sarnia again. The first game for the Cornwall Colts in their new uniforms, the Cornwall Frost uniforms. They have a frosty look to them, and it was a frosty night indeed as they take it 9-4 over Flint.